Welcome to day 2. There was a little bit of a warp in the blade, so at the moment we're just trying to stretch it back out again. Obviously you can see contact point there, contact point there, contact point there, and then it's sort of bending it a bit like a banana that way, I suppose. Because at the moment the bend is going this way, so we've got to pop that through, and then hopefully it'll be nice and straight. Our website is now live. Please can you go check it out? Link in the description. Okay, so today's plan, we've got the heat treated blade, the bevel's mostly ground in, nice and straight after we've just straightened it in the vise, because it did catch a little bit of a warp, which I didn't notice earlier when it was hot, or yesterday I suppose. Got a nice bit of end grain oak handle wood that we're going to whack on here, and it should pair quite nicely with the darker tones of the forged scale, if you can see that on there. Nice little contrast, and then we'll have the polished blade edge obviously after we've ground it to its final dimensions, I suppose. Dimensions, thickness, and then we'll give it a sharpen, glue the handle on, shape the handle, and then we've got a kitchen knife, and that should be listed on our new website very soon. Now we're whacking on a A100 grit tri-zap belt. That's just to clean up the bevels, get rid of some of those lower grit marks, because we were using a 36 grit belt earlier. So we'll whack this on and polish up the bevels. So as you can see, that's the 36 grit. There's quite a few coarse lines running down here, and that's just because of the aggressive belt. Well, you can really see it there in the light. And now we'll flip that over to the side we've just hit with the A100 tri-zap belt. And as you can see, the lines are much thinner, much finer, and it's going to give a much nicer finish to that. Even more polished as well. After this, we'll hit it with a cork belt, just to really make that pop. Now time for the handle construction. What we've got is a little thin piece of G10 black liner. If we hold that still, then maybe you can see that. You see that? Yeah. We've also got some carbon pin stock. That's 5mm round, and that's to go in the holes in the handle. Basically, this will go all the way through the handle. Wood, which is some oak, as you saw before. It'll go all the way through the handle. The steel will be in the middle of this block in here with 2 liners either side of the black G10, and it'll all be glued together. And these pins basically help if you drop the knife on one of the corners, the handle scales don't just shear off. It just adds a little bit of safety to it. It's not really to hold the handle together because the glue does most of the work, but it just helps with the strength and everything like that. So yeah, we'll get on to cutting all this up and then we'll glue it together. We'll get that done both sides. As well as on the ends as well. There you go. Not sure what you can see there. Oh, there you go. You can see it perfectly. Center lines all the way around. Top, bottom. Move that in center. There you go. Top, bottom, center lines all the way around, and we're going to cut that just with a hacksaw. We do have a bandsaw, but it tends to wobble a bit. Oh, fuck it, we'll try it. Let's go! Right. Let's go! That worked all right. Look at that. Nice and straight. And then we'll just flip. Oh, I can't flip the camera. There we go. Whack that in there. Oh yeah, you don't want to be in the camera, do you? Good morning. We have a knife to grind. Just cut off a massive chunk of that lot so we don't have to grind it all down with the belt grinder, because that would have taken a very long time. Now I'm just going to tilt the head of the grinder a little bit. I'm not sure if you can see that. Oh yeah, easily. So I can get a better sort of angle to use this bottom contact wheel. Now that will allow us to get in here, this part of the handle, just get a really nice contour in there, and it's just easier to shape on a wheel instead of a flat plan. So obviously this is square, it's sharp, you create nasty corners, 90 degrees, you dig into the handle, create little divots, whereas on the wheel it's nice and smooth. You can kind of roll up and down it, and yeah, get some nice smooth rolling contours. Let's try and get you in a better place. There we go. Alright, handle is nearly finished shaping. This is the toughest handle wood I've ever had to grind, I guess. Either that or my belt is blunt as a blunt thing. But yeah, we're nearly there. I'm just gonna have a quick little break because my neck's aching, and then we'll get back to it. Rightio then. One knife handle roughly ground, and we're going to go up the grits, work up to probably a 125 grit on the belt grinder. Then after that we'll take it to some files and really make sure this handle is looking lovely, nice and comfortable at the moment. Sits in the hand quite nice. You can do a little pinch grip, and yeah, it's a little bit chunky, so maybe we'll try and thin that out a bit. I've got big hands as well, so I'll try and get that a little bit smaller. And yeah, job's a good one. Knife, handle, nice and smooth. That's ground up to, what was it, 120 grit. We've put in some little sort of facets there, I guess. Facets, don't know. It just makes the back of the knife look a little bit more fancy, I suppose. And now it's on to the even more fun part, the hand sanding and the filing. Not looking forward to that. Quick update from the depths of sanding hell. Handle has been filed down. Most of the burn marks are gone. You probably won't be able to see that, but it's come out as a lovely dark piece of wood, actually. Lovely and dark. Wasn't expecting that. However, we're on to the sandpaper now. Wish me luck. I'm not going to record because I can have some music in these, and when I'm recording there's no music. I'm not sitting here for an hour and a half with no music. File and 60 grit has been completed. Now on to 220, and then we'll probably take it to 400, and that's about it. But it's looking lovely. I'm loving how these stripey things just sort of follow the contours of the handle. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. 150 grip onto the 400. Alright, now the 400 grit is done on that handle. It is looking absolutely lovely. Not really sure, let's see if we can get some better light on that. In real life you can see every one of those rings. So obviously this is end grain, so you can see just like a wave pattern all the way through it. Absolutely amazing. Now we're going to try and polish it using this little mop, but on my lathe, because I've left the polisher I've got at the old workshop, because we've only moved in here probably January last year. January, well, properly March. So yeah, we're going to try that. We'll get you set up and see how it goes. That's a bit better. Lovely jubbly. Well, that is doing absolutely nothing. Do have some polishing compound, but I'm not sure if I'm even going to bother with that. Oh well. At least you're getting all the dust off of it, I suppose. I've done a little bit. Done a little bit, polished that up a little bit, giving it a little bit of a sheen. Oh, on the camera it looks loads better. Lovely. Alright, we'll keep doing that then. Cork belt, material back in, and this is the polishing compound. When it's running, just put a little bit of that on it, and it should make the blade nice and shiny. While the bevels, because obviously we've got the forged finish on the flats, so I'll whack that on, we'll finish off the flats, and then we'll add a secondary bevel to the very edge to make it nice and sharp. Let's go. Well, now it's time for the beauty shots. Yeah, very happy with this knife. I might actually have to keep it. I am incredibly happy with how that came out. Very nice little butt cheeks there. Contoured handle, fits lovely in the hand. Glad I thinned it down a little bit. And almost mirror. It's cold. Can't speak, can't move my lips. Almost a mirror finish on the bevels. Lovely. Very happy with it. Incredibly happy with it. Very, very, very happy. Carbon pins, absolutely lovely. Complement the blackened cheeks, I suppose. I'm saying a lot of cheeks. A lot of cheeks. Double cheeked up. Yeah. Lovely. Fucking lovely. I just wish I had a good camera so I could capture some pictures. Because, oh my god. Now that is a knife. Matthew, whack in some epic fucking music behind this.